when we talked earlier this year about, Boston, New York, and Cleveland, like 0-8 at that point, but you hadn't really beaten any of the top Western Conference teams other than, the NBA Cup. What does it kind of mean to play a team like this, to have a kind of that complete effort for 48 minutes? And put
yeah, we
together
just play well, man. But we beat the Clippers, we beat Oklahoma. No matter if it counts or not, we still beat them, and then won this game. So we're not going to let that be taken away from us. It doesn't mean anything except for it's a home game that we needed, and it was a well played game. It was a very physical game, and I was disappointed after the Rockets game because I thought we didn't play. We were the bigger team, and they were more physical, and that bothered me. And tonight, you had two big teams, and I thought we were the more physical team. In the first half, I thought they were the more physical team, and then in the second half, we turned it around.
After Houston, you had talked about getting Kyle more involved in some of those bench units. This game, we talked before the game about that group. Was this kind of what you were hoping to see with either Kyle being more aggressive and then that movement to get AJ some shots?
Yeah, the two things. But Kyle got him shots. It's funny. Getting him involved because of his vision, his ability to go downhill, is just huge for that unit. And we worked on it for a long time this morning, just those five guys. The starters could say they had a day off and shoot around because we just focused on them, running stuff, advancing to the coups, getting the coups on double drags, and they did that, and that was great to see. So that was good. I thought our fourth quarter offense had pace tonight, 37 points in the fourth quarter. And we were just talking about us not scoring, and today we did it. So we know we can do it. We just can't lose our pace.
You guys have an 11-point lead there late, and it shrinks down to 5.
Yeah.
I'm curious just what you thought of your execution once it got to 5. It felt like
I thought we had a 2-minute stretch where we start dribbling the ball, not doing anything, and then trying to rely on a great shot. And then we got back to the movement again.
You typically don't do this with Brooke, but it's 32 points on 16 shots, a triple-double for Jokic. Did you feel good about what Brooke did?
Yeah, I thought Brooke was fantastic. We matched his minutes exactly with Jokic, which we don't do a lot. The guy's, Jokic, he's really good. He's just really good. I mean, he made the shots he makes. They look like there's no way they can go in. And his passing is something to marvel. It just is. And to him to do that and us still win games against them is big for us. I thought Brooke gave everything tonight. It's probably the most he's rode in his life, and that was big for us as well, mixing it up. So that was great. My favorite play of the game was Giannis and Dame two-man game. Play back and forth, throw it back and forth. That's the one thing that they can still do better. And the more we do that, the more difficult we become.
I was going to say, it's not a big scoring night for Dame, but what do you think of his ability to take on that second defender?
Yeah, I thought Dame played a great game to me because they clearly wanted to take him out of the game by doubling him or being up in him, and he gave up himself. He gave himself up for the team so the team can win. He used himself as a decoy over and over again, and he got guys shots. That's not easy to do for a scorer, and Dame did that tonight. I think he deserves a lot of credit.
You've been able to continue winning even while you're monitoring Giannis's workload since he came back. I think y'all actually outscored them early in the fourth while he was on the bench. How can y'all kind of just benefit in the long run from this time?
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. That's a good question. We're hoping that doing this minute restriction thing, it's so funny. Giannis is getting about sick of it, though. He's close. You can feel it. Today when we took him out, I think he had made 3 or 4 in a row. He was not a happy camper, but he's doing it. And the other guys are playing well for us, and that's great. That second unit, they came in and stretched the lead for us. That's huge minutes to start the fourth quarter.
Held the third best shooting team in the league this year to 26.5%. How do you take a performance like this, the intensity, the closeouts, and turn that into new habits going forward?
Amen. Is my answer. Really. We've been very good defensively, but tonight took everything. Like our weak side defense was fantastic tonight. I would say Buck, if he had one complaint, it's transition D, weak side D. They had 19 transition points in the first half. We took them away in the second half. It's definitely something we're going to watch and teach and show that we can do it every night. We have to. We have to get habits. You know, we have to go back to Texas, right?
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Just
why wouldn't we just stay there and,
it's an interesting road trip.
Yeah.
So we talked about Brook a little bit. Giannis on the backside of that, it looked like Brook was trying to force him to the baseline to Giannis.
Yes.
Just what Giannis was able to do defensively.
That was perfect. We missed one in the first half where you remember Brook turned him and Giannis was late and he laid it in. Other than that, turning him to the baseline, Giannis is pretty big. Getting there was huge for us. And then the weak side guys covering up the back end of that. I thought we did that over and over tonight. Man, he still had a triple-double. Woof. Thanks, guys.